Well, hello there, and welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We will just jump straight into the... How you guys doing today? Hopefully good. Sub Cheryl, Comrade, Zombie Jesus, Shalom. Hello, 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 hello. I have no game sound for some reason. What's going on here? Ah, I had it muted, apparently. Hey, what's up, Andy? Lavamp, fantastic. Gizm. G Lion, hello, hello. Welcome in, guys. Hope you're doing good today.
Hello there.
So, dynamic encounters. New stuff. What was the update called? Dynamic worlds? Something to do with dynamic encounters, right? We've got new stuff, but we've got no new story. Which is unfortunate, but not unexpected, I guess. Hey, appreciate the follow. Thank you, thank you. Welcome in, guys, welcome in. One thing I was actually looking at, just before I loaded up, was this new errors window. I really wanted to be able to understand it fully, especially for the video I'm going to make, because I will probably be talking about this errors window. But seemingly it just sort of tells you if you've completed the expansions, and that's pretty much it. It has trailers attached to certain things. So things that they made like a gameplay trailer for, they've shoved them in so that you can watch that kind of like teaser from way back when. 17 new dynamic encounters plus errors has the trailers. Yeah. Whole lot of bullet points in the patch notes for a whole lot of nothing. Yeah, you're not wrong. They kind of doubled up some of those points as well. Like, some of them needed to be just one main point rather than separate points. But yeah, it is what it is. Formatting issue, probably. Yeah, so like, just for example, this interlude mission here for Ilum. If you click on that,
Republic and Empire is crumbling.
shows you this thing.
On every world, signs of war. Rebellion on Balmora. Corruption in the heart of Coruscant.
Man, that's loud.
Secret battles on Nar Shaddaa. Even Alderaan, consumed by chaos. The Republic's defenders still have hope. But the wrath of the Empire.
Yeah, you guys get it. It's just basically the very old teaser gameplay trailers that they made on YouTube. They're now actually in the game, so that you can watch them directly from the game, which I don't mind. You know, I don't mind that. Sent me some mails. Huh, okay, fair enough, fair enough. You just got the game this month. Hey, if you're a new player, you're gonna definitely enjoy this game. Definitely gonna enjoy it. Dynamic encounters on Kolibano. Oh, I'm already there. I did already travel there. Exit. Return to Caliban. You will get the most minor of content and you will like it. Yeah, so Master Mode Relentless Replication came out. But still no news on Master Mode R4 Anomaly. Not even a word. Okay, dynamic encounter. Something to do with claw slugs.
Incident contained. Disgusting creatures.
Battle Scar, Tukata, Slow Insidious Color. We'll check out a few of these. The first one is to do with claw slugs. So you literally just run around and murder all of the claw slugs. It's not exactly difficult. We'll go through a couple of these things. Kill, kill. I'm currently in tank spec, so gonna do less damage than usual, but not that that's an issue for the starter world, right? Kill everything. It's just one hit it. Where you going? Come back here. It's the claw slug slaughter. Or genocide, perhaps. Defeat agitated brood mothers now, okay. The first quest you ever get. Mind-blowing content. You got work? Fair enough, man. You're gonna have to lurk around, right? We'll kill these just for the sake of it. Where are these other brood mothers? So there it is. There's one. And the brood mothers aren't exactly challenging either. Another one over here. Get over here. We need huts as Sith Lords? Now we're talking. Now we are talking. Alright, we've done one. Let's go do another one. Yeah, they also did some interface updates. So they've taken away the classic circular selection box, and now it's an actual square selection box. Seems like a needless change, but whatever. They're trying to clean up the user interface is what they've been saying, but I don't really understand how changing it to a square from a circle cleans it up. I'm not 100% sure on what the logic was. But, I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. You guys look at it. Does it look better? Newer? I mean, it's boxes now rather than circles. I feel like the circles were just part of the theme that they had. I don't know. I don't know. Needless change, I feel. You think it looks tidy? I mean, it was tidy before. It was tidy before, right? It looked exactly like this before the update, except it was circles and not boxes. Yeah, I would like to have been a fly on the wall to listen to the conversation that went down. You know, like, guys, should we have circles or squares for the mission boxes? Priority content right there. Yeah, I kind of preferred the circles too. You know, I don't think it needed to be changed. If something's not broken, why are you fixing it? It is what it is. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and complain about it. It's not complaint worthy, I don't think. Let's check out this dynamic encounter in here, anyways. I'm completely fresh to this stuff, so.
My master's gonna kill me. Come on, get in the bag, little one.
An inattentive acolyte left a research incubator open, releasing the hatched claw slugs. Contain the slugs before anyone notices. Wait, so we're helping another acolyte? Why the fuck would I do that? That's not what acolytes do. I mean, unless you're Lana Beniko, maybe. Okay, we're searching these boxes. Defeat or wrangle claw slug neonates. Attempt to wrangle an escaped claw slug. Okay. Aha! You there. Okay. Really? I have to do that 20 times? 20 times? 20. 20. You want me to do this 20 times? Okay, I can grab 2 at once at least. Changing things for the sake of changing things is a cornerstone of manglement. Yep. You tell me that a bunch of Sith Lords can't handle a baby claw slug in an Academy of Sith? Yeah, I'm finding it a little bit weird as well. Have I seriously got to do this 20 times? Where are you going? Stop moving. Stop moving. Don't kill him. I need to pick him up. Gotta catch them all. Catching them. Yay, 5 out of 20. Imagine you were fighting Arkan last week, and this week you're doing cleanup of claw slugs. Insane. That's such a jank animation. It takes forever for that to actually complete. I gotta do this another 14 times. We're catching Pokemon on Korriban now. Apparently. Something like that. I think you're meant to get shared mission progress, but you have to complete it at least one time before it starts sharing any other time. I think. Don't hold me to that. Come here. Okay. Send over 2. What do you get as a reward? That is a brilliant question. Probably a low amount of tech fragments. But I will let you know as soon as it's complete. Hey! Get back here! Hey! God damn it. You! Come here! 9 more. Hey! Hey! God damn it. God damn it! Stop killing them! Jesus Christ. Haven't heard from Harkin since I killed his mom. Okay. Six more. And you, come on. Let's go. And you. Okay, 2 more. Hey, you. Come here. And you. Come here. I got 3 at once then. Damn.
I think we got them all. You saved my life. Literally.
I just did all of that for 50 tech fragments. Oh, it's really hard to not log out right now. Oh, that's so hard. Okay, let's just go find a different one to do. Let's just go to the lower wilds and hope that they've got something more interesting. Jesus Christ. I can see how this is going to be interesting to new players. But not gonna lie, this feels a little bit like a slap in the face as a veteran player. That was really fucking basic. That was so basic. Run around Korriban Academy, grappling claw slugs. That is just not something I ever expected to be doing. Yeah, that is really fucking boring, I'm not gonna lie.
You there.
Don't feel like your time is being valued? No. No.
But it would be such a waste of potential.
Okay.
It would make excellent subjects for my experiments.
These troopers have been marked for liquidation, but it would be such a waste of potential. They would make excellent subjects for my experiments. Gather experiment instruments. Okay. I collect something over here. Scan Berserk Troopers. Is that it? Just scanning? Really? I'm trying to scan him? Seriously? Dumb son of a bitch. Alright, let's go scan some more stuff. Man, I'm so glad I graduated from Korriban Academy. Imagine having to do this. Stop killing the freaking troopers, man. Oh my god. Oh, this is going to be stressful. This is going to be very stressful. Then we go find some troopers that aren't being absolutely slaughtered. It's code cylinders again. I feel like I know what you mean. Just scan and wave, boys. Scan and wave. Can you scan them when they're dead? Let's try that. No, you cannot scan them when they are dead. Test the experiments. Okay. Okay. What is it doing? Is it making them more powerful? I don't understand what it's doing to them. Is it doing anything to them? This guy keeps falling over. You okay, dude? This guy's having a fit for no apparent reason. Okay. What are you doing, man? It's Malavai Quinn. What's up, bro? I just injected you with something random. Where are you going? And these NPCs are so pathetic, even HK doesn't bother helping. Interesting content. One of the quests in that area is to kill those guys. Yes, it is. Yeah, they've piggybacked on top of other quests. So scan them, inject them, and then go take your results back or something, right? Yeah, that kind of makes sense, Dodo. But at the same time, like... this is a AAA company. This is a multi-billion-dollar game. So just forgive me if it's a little bit amusing. 50 tech fragments. Wow. Amazing. Incredible. I'm so thankful. There's another one up there. Oh no, that's just a claw slug one again. Alright, well that's 3 done. I appreciate the super chat there, Exiled. I like how they're ripping off World of Warcraft Legion's World Quest mechanic from nearly a decade ago. Bravo. Yeah, they're definitely drawing some inspiration from other games. I was kind of hoping this would actually be more like the Guild Wars 2 system. You believe the HK unit is on passive? Yeah. Yeah, he wouldn't dare insult me by helping me with combat on Korriban. I would decommission him for such a illegitimate thought. Alright, well that's Korriban. That's dynamic encounters on Korriban, people. Round of applause for the developers. Amazing content. Thank you so much for what you do. It was incredible. So glad paid my subscription this month. Alright, let's go find something else to do. Drummond Cars. Let's go find out what they have. Well, you're meant to be able to get mounts or something. I think there's a mount drop for some of these. And it's like a themed mount depending on the world, which I guess is kind of cool. But in a game already full of so many mounts, it's hard for it to mean much, you know? Too much of anything can be bad. Can you type in DK chat? Oh, I don't know if I can do that. Have you ever heard the tragedy of Darth Barris the White? There you go. There you go. Okay, so we've got one at the Dark Temple, one in the city. Okay, the one at the Dark Temple is interesting to me, so we'll do that one last. Let's go check out the nearest one first, or whatever. I'm sure you have. It's not a story they would tell you. It's a Sith legend. It's a Sith legend.
Local fauna are mutating rapidly, and I believe the lightning spire could be the cause. Might you help me collect samples for further study?
More samples? You want me to kill 20 of these things? Oh, you are pushing it. You are absolutely pushing it. This guy's got the right idea. Let me help you. Hey, no problem, BC. I appreciate you, man. Kill everything. Wait, what? Did I get... Must have got a few from there. Okay. Okay. Got a few there. At least it's a bit quicker than the Korriban one. Need Gundark now and Vinecat. Hey, what's up, Postulates? Hope you're doing good.
They're coming straight for the equipment. Protect it while I finish the analysis.
Okay.
coming straight for the equipment. Protect it while I finish.
How do you like your white chase and black Twi'leks? You know what? I'm actually a little bit annoyed. Let me show you something in a second. We'll finish this encounter and then I'll show you something. I need more Gundark and Vine Cats. Where are they at? Okay, we need a faster spawn rate here. I can tell.
They're coming straight for the equipment. Protect it while I finish the analysis.
Okay, one more Gundark, one more Vinecat. And all of them are here. Send samples to the Imperial Researcher.
Protect it while I finish the analysis.
This guy?
Yes, these will do. Ouch! These will do nicely.
Okay. And that was it. And there's another one down the road. Let's go check that out. I probably would try it off, to be honest. Don't know what I would want to do there, if I'd want to do DPS or tanking or what. I've actually not been there yet, so... Is it this way? Spy Den Sweep? Defeat SIS forces, destroy SIS equipment, destroy listening post array. Okay then. Nice vehicle. Thank you very much, Jackson. Thank you, thank you. Oh, I moved too far away, apparently. Is it really just this small area? And I have to blow this up? Yeah, I agree with that, Austerlitz. The world events in Guild Wars 2 are so much more fun. I said I was going to show you something. Let me show you it before I get distracted again. So, I do appreciate that there is more customization now. But what I would appreciate even more is if it was lore accurate. Now, you're telling me that... I'll just go through any of those, it doesn't matter. Look at this, Sith Pureblood. And there's 40 skin color options. Mm-hmm. Yep, you're following me? I assume so. I assume so. Let me get rid of the hair. Looks stupid. Let's go through these color options. Watch this. Let's go through them. Okay, that was all of them. What colour isn't here? What shade is not in this selection that you just saw? Let's see if anyone can point it out. Because look at what you do have. Here is what you do have. You have a pink Sith Pureblood. Pinky purple. Magenta. Whatever the fuck you want to call this. Looks ridiculous. But you didn't get black, charcoal, Why is there no black or charcoal for a Sith Pureblood? King Adas was explicitly said to have charcoal skin. If he was going to give Sith Pureblood an extra skin color, that would be the one. That would literally be the one. Yeah, I'm honestly a little bit shocked that we got a pink. Please shut up, game music. Game music, go away, please. Okay, mute button's not working. Let me do this. Boom. You got a pink Sith Pureblood before you got a lore-accurate charcoal skin-coloured Sith Pureblood. Just want you to let that sink in. There are some darker colours, like there's this one. But this isn't black. It's not charcoal. It's like a metallic red. It's straight up metallic. It's super shiny. Like it's made of metal. But there's no black option. No charcoal skin. I don't think I'm going to use any of those new colours, to be honest. I think that might be the best one. That might be the best one. A pink Pureblood is adorable. Yeah, do you know what else would be adorable? A pink Darth Vader. And while we're at it, let's do a pink Tulak Horde. And then let's do a Pride Rainbow version of Revan. Sorry, I know I'm being a bit sarcastic there. I'll stop being a dick. You like 8? Stop saying you like it! How dare you? There is a metallic to them. Looks a little strange. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Pink and purple skin on a Sith Pureblood is just weird. I'm just putting that out there. I mean, it kind of makes sense for a Twi'lek. Twi'lek comes in, like, all different colours. I think the main colours are meant to be blue and red. And there are names for those different types of colours. But, yeah, no, I'm not a fan of it not being totally lore accurate. Because passionate developers would do stuff like that, rather than just chuck in whatever colour. Because, like, I know it's fair enough to say that pink is cute or whatever, but if you're going to have a pink Sith Pureblood, then what's stopping you from having a pink anything else, right? Why not a pink Darth Vader, and why not a pink anything else? You know, like, if they are ridiculous, then the first one was also ridiculous. Like that's just what I'm going to put out there. Defeat some more SIS agents. Click this thing. Just gotta do 5 more of those. A pink hut! Exactly! Yeah, if we're gonna have a pink Pureblood, let's have a pink hut. Let's do it. Pink. What other news? You're probably best off checking the patch notes. There's not a whole lot of stuff with this update. Not a whole lot of stuff. I think dynamic encounters on new worlds is probably the biggest thing here. And that's currently what we're checking out, to see if any of them are actually fun and interesting. So far, I'm not too impressed. Where's the rest of this equipment, and why can't I see it? Let me press this thing while I can. Jesus Christ, Levamp. Do huts even have females? Yeah, they do. Those encounters are not dynamic, they are MMO slop. I actually agree. They're not actually dynamic. They are static events. They don't change in any way. Nor do they have any kind of consequence on the world of which you are playing. Like, again, one of the things we thought would be really cool is if all the players on Drummond Cars, for example, sorry, Tatooine, if all the players on Tatooine were to go and complete all of the dynamic encounters, then that maybe like summons a new world boss or something. That world boss could have a cool mount drop or whatever. Could be a crate dragon or something. Just anything that's like actually Star Wars themed, you know? A lot of this just feels like recycled mission objectives. Click this, click that. Versus anything meaningful. Destroy one more piece of equipment and we're done. Mama the Hut. 2 cows, 1 hut. Jesus Christ. Gonna give the game a try? Go for it. I would encourage you to do so. As I say, I think this is much more beneficial to the new players who come into the game and then they'll be like, oh my god, there's so much to do. And I'm like, yeah, I guess that kind of is for you, right? This might be interesting for you. I don't know, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, so there's another dynamic encounter just around the corner. So we'll try and head to that. All right, let's behave ourselves, shall we? What happens if the timer ends before you finish the objective? Your progress resets and you have to wait until the next one before you can do it again. As far as I know. Hey, Peter Parker, I appreciate the super chat. Chiss looks better now. I can finally play my attractive female Boss N4. Hey. Well, I'm glad you're liking those updates on the visuals for the characters. There's been a lot of criticism heading their way for that stuff. But it's good to know that people are starting to like them. Defeat Kuba's forces and loot the Kuba's supply caches. And I've got to do that 10 times. God damn it. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to fall out of love with the game. You can love the game as much as you want. Even I still do. I'm out of the mission area, apparently. Oh. It ran out. There you go. Now you know what happens. When the mission runs out, you literally lose it. Just like I did. So you move on to the next thing. You can also wait for it to come back. One down there called Power Reclaimed. Down at Lord Graffin's estate. Let's see if we can get to that before it finishes. I'll turn the game audio back on for you. Yeah, that's fair enough. The game got you into Star Wars in the franchise. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, if you don't think you're going to finish it in time, you might as well go do something else. Okay, it's in here.
Their droids were built from our schematics, with our back channels.
Override the war droids.
Little surprise.
There's a story phase area for the Sith warrior. Up there. Austerlitz, I fully agree with that. Once you've gone balls deep into the Old Republic era, it's really hard to enjoy anything else Star Wars. Like, real Star Wars to me is the Old Republic. For some people, it's the original trilogy, the main movies, but for me, it's not. It's the Old Republic. You guys have been enjoying Andor, eh? Is that sentiment true with everyone? Does everyone here like Andor? Did you think Season 2 was good? Did you watch it? Not a fan? Let me know. Let me know what your thoughts are.
Your file has been updated accordingly.
Let's go check out the one near the Dark Temple up there. You think Andor is a sleeping pill? You don't care for Andor? It's made for the mature audiences? Is it? Is it made for mature audiences? You give up on Disney Star Wars, some of the best Star Wars content and the best things on TV. You're apathetic towards it. It also helps the Taurus, mostly untouched when it comes to Disney efforts. That's true, Icarus. That's true. Hopefully it stays that way, right? Hopefully. Andor what? Andor me balls! Someone ban that guy.
I'm sorry, sir. It's time for you to leave.
That was a terrible joke. That was awful. Very mature audience. Yeah. Not a huge fan of Andor myself, but then again, I've never really been into that type of genre of thing. It's only Star Wars in name to me. And that's it.
We must terminate them.
I think I would agree with that, Nomad. It was probably better than all of those things. That's true. Yeah, the Kenobi show was a huge disappointment for me. Huge disappointment. Very disappointed in how that went down. And that's coming from somebody who saw Revenge of the Sith in theaters as a child. And I absolutely adore Revenge of the Sith. There was a lot of time skipping. Yeah, I don't like it when shows do too much time skipping. Especially when there's no major development of the plot. We all did. I think that's the cool thing about this community, right? Got a lot in common when it comes to that kind of thing. So, I'm going to point something out here. Coming to the Dark Temple is actually forbidden. You're not actually allowed to go to the Dark Temple unless you are given explicit permission. Did you know that? In terms of law, that is. I mean, in-game, obviously, you can go walk up to it. But, yeah, no, in terms of gameplay and stuff, you actually have to have permission to go. Destroy the mining droids? Oh, these things. This seems new. Why are you mining? No, it's not team made me love the clones so much I hate this decade. Yeah, it's such an error to be alive. Come on then, let's have you. Alright, HK, you can get involved now. What are the things going around you? That's my shield ability, called Dark Ward. This thing. Dark Ward is what that is. How about minding your business? Oh, I see what you did there. Do I like the Mon Mothma development? I thought Mon Mothma was the most unbearable character I've ever had to tolerate. If there was a skip button while watching it, I would press it. Her cousin was worse. They were all as bad as each other. Absolutely any scene that was on Coruscant, I didn't like. Didn't like. A lot of nitpicks for them. Yeah, Luthen was an interesting character, but I don't like the forced amount of, how can I put this? So do you know when he's talking to the guy on the bench? A couple of Andor spoilers here, so if anybody doesn't want Andor spoilers, maybe just tune out for a minute or so. When the guy, I forget his name, the gingerhead guy who was undercover for Luthen with the Empire, and he comes to Luthen and he's all like, you know, I've learned this super important information, and then he tells him essentially about the Death Star, and then Luthen kills him, and it's all mysterious, and then he leaves, and he's like, oh my god, I know this information, and now I'm not safe. And I don't like how quickly that was put together. I'm not a huge fan of that. I feel like they were very much relying on the, oh my god, the Death Star reference, whoa, and it's such an overplayed tune. Really don't actually care for it. Like, for me, when you make new content, it should bring new ideas, new story, new interesting things that we didn't know before. And my biggest critique for Andor is just that there were no real stakes on the line. We knew everything that was going to happen. We knew the end game. We knew the weapon. We knew that he would die. We knew that Mon Mothma would do a speech. We knew that she would leave the Empire as it was and join the rebellion. We knew everything. Literally, we knew everything. I could have written the entire plot myself. It was too safe, too stale. There was no real stakes on the line. The characters were very uninteresting. There was no lightsabers. There was no Force use. There was no Inquisitors. There was no Emperor Palpatine. There was nothing. There was really nothing to say that it was Star Wars other than the way that it looked and the name. And I know some people are big fans of the Gorman Massacre episodes, but again, it's... It didn't look right. It looked too clean. Same criticism as what other people have had, right? Like, you look around the streets and stuff, and everything looks like a movie set. Everything's too clean, it looks too perfect. Everyone's clothes are all nicely ironed, and there's no dirt on them. I mean, it was a kind of surprising scene with some of the brutality from the droids. That was kind of cool. But just overall, it didn't have a lot of impact. The thing that I find surprising the most is that after the Gorman massacre, it's like everybody was going, oh my god, maybe the Empire is like the bad guys or something. I'm like, are you only just figuring this out? Did you just now figure out that the Empire are the bad guys, or have they been the bad guys already for the past 15 years? Because it wasn't something that we just learned overnight. I feel like that's something we've always known. It's not really a surprise. And trying to use it politically against the Empire, like, that wasn't gonna work. That wasn't gonna work. Eh, it is what it is. It is what it is. And don't forget Cyril and Dedra. Now, in Season 1, I really didn't like Cyril, and I didn't really like Dedra either. In Season 2, they both grew on me a little bit, up until that one scene where Cyril grabbed her by the throat. Like, that felt so out of character to me, for him to do that. Like, if you're trying to have him be the good guy who realizes that he was working for the bad guy, then he needs to be an actual good guy. And having him put hands on a woman is not in character for me. That didn't work for me. I cringed a little bit when I saw that happen. I was a little disappointed with that. The entire way that actual assault happened was very, very strange. The way he grabs her throat and the way that she reacts, and then the aftermath of it. It was very, very weird. Very weird. Is that the only one at the Dark Temple, or is there going to be another one? Who knows? Who knows? Not just an Andor, I've noticed that a lot of new release of things that just look too new. Exactly, right? It looks too perfectly clean. Even the droids look clean. The stormtroopers' armor, they're all perfectly white. Like, maybe you would think things would be like that in a military regime that is fully functional and not really needing to be in use, and it's fully disciplined and such. But one that is in use and out there working and having to do stuff, they're not going to be that clean. They're not going to be that perfect and pristine, you know? Ooh, what's this? Ooh, a free thing. An EMP grenade. Repel the droid assault. Okay. HK, kill everyone. We'll just bring them all up here to be killed by the Drummond Cars guards. Come on, guys, take care of business. Yeah, so Cyril was really meant to be that character of finally realizes he's working for the bad people, and he hasn't been working for the good people the entire time. But that realization, I'm sorry, it doesn't fly with me. There's no way that he didn't know that the Empire were absolute arseholes. And as Dedra said, like, it's been 15 years or something, right? Or whatever. The Empire's been around for a while. Elder Scrolls much. Hey, what's up, Grim? Hope you're doing well, my friend. You can see Dedra being perfectly put together all the time because that's her personality, but everyone, the people supposedly like live on the street look perfect. Exactly, right? Like, I would agree it makes sense for Dedra. She seems like a bit of an OCD perfection freak. A control freak, if you will. I think that came through a bit more in the second season, that she's a control freak. But ultimately not too surprising, right? But, yeah, no. When you've just read the Darth Bane trilogy, and then you go watch Andor, I don't find it to be good Star Wars. Don't find it to be even a good show, if I'm honest. And you'll have to forgive me, because, like, if you enjoy the show, then I'm happy for you. I'm not gonna berate you for enjoying the show. There are plenty of things about Star Wars that I don't like, that other people do like. And that's one of the good things about Star Wars, is that there is almost something for everyone. You know, so if you're not particularly into this one thing, then there might be something else that you are interested in, just because there's so much of it. So Star Wars has that going for it, at the very least. Oh, Jesus Christ. The Andor cult will come to you. Yeah, let him. Let him. I don't think it's a good show. I don't think it's a good Star Wars show. And I think that when the creator of a show says that they don't even like Star Wars, or they're not a fan of Star Wars, or whatever, then that's a bit of a red flag. Like, if I was the CEO of Disney, and I was talking with someone who was going to be the writer of a show, and they said to me that they didn't like Star Wars, I'd be like, well, what the fuck are you doing here then? This is a Star Wars project. If you're not a fan of it, then leave. Like, you're just here for a paycheck otherwise. That's quite clearly evident. More intelligent writing than anything from Favreau or Filoni. Yeah, but see, the thing is that I disagree with that. I fail to see where the good writing is in Andor. Somebody needs to point out where it is, because we already knew everything. We knew everything. We knew that the Death Star existed. We knew that it was being built behind the scenes. We knew that as early as Revenge of the Sith. I mean, Palpatine literally had the holo plans of it in his office. And then we saw it in Attack of the Clones as well, right? Dooku was doing something with the Death Star plans on Geonosis. You know, we've always known the Death Star was going to be an issue, so I don't see it as a good plot point for the series. I understand people are saying it's good writing, but personally, I do not agree. I don't see it. If this thing was a book, maybe it would come across a little bit better, but it's not. It's a TV show. It didn't do very well, in my opinion. It was written very shitly. New word for you, shitly. Not brilliant. Not brilliant. I really don't like the Ahsoka series. I'll be honest with you. I assume that that's what you're referring to. I can tell you that Andor is at least a little bit better than Ahsoka. I'll give you that one. So, see, if you're being specifics help. See, if you're talking specifically about that, then I'm going to agree with you a little bit. Yep, The Acolyte was definitely a shit show. Alright, here's the thing though. Here's the funny thing. Even though I don't like The Acolyte, at least it brought something new. At least it brought us new characters, attempted a new world. At least it fucking tried. Fair enough, it was absolutely shockingly bad. But you know what? At this point in time, at least it freaking tried. Because I can't say the same thing for the Andor series. I'm sorry, I cannot say the same thing. I genuinely don't understand the hype around it. I saw a lot of hype on social media for it as well, and it's... yeah. Where's the hype? What are we excited for? We knew the Death Star existed already. Rogue One came out like 10 years ago or something. What's the next world we're going to anyways? Ilum. Hopefully something more exciting. Fully comfortable with violence. This moment just emphasize how the moments in the least process of terrible double life. Yeah. Yeah. I was very excited for a second season. See, that's, again, like, this is it, right, Jackson? You like the Acolyte, and you're still in this community. And I think that that's awesome. Because you actually hang around with people who you know don't like that stuff. And that's one thing I like about my community. We can talk about all of this stuff and still actually get along. Whereas on other people's social media, it tends to be, oh my god, you didn't like this, you must be this, and you must be that, you must hate these people, and it gets so tiresome and boring and stale, you know? Almost all of the characters in Andor were new, and the cameos weren't merely just cameos like what was in Acolyte. Mon Mothma is not new. Andor is not a new character. Luthen and his stepdaughter, we'll call her, I guess. I guess they were new characters, but overall, they were rebels, and again, we knew rebels existed. So I'm not sure where the point is on that one. I'm curious. Bail Organa was obviously already a character. Admiral Dodonna was already a character. Not that he was in it very much. I don't know, who else are we looking at here? Bix? Are these people actually important characters? Because I feel like they weren't. You know? Luthen, Claire, Lonnie. Which one was Lonnie? That was one of the... That was one of them from Season 1, right?
Republic forces approaching! Man the defenses!
Oh, okay, that was his name. That was the spy who was talking with Luthen. Okay, fair enough. Cool.
Republic forces approaching!
The Fury is my favorite starship. Definitely. Yeah, you know it to be the Fury. Listen, right? Ultimately, if you want a good story about a spy and working against the Empire, then please, I implore you to please read the Annihilation novel. If you read that novel and you've watched Andor, go do that, then come back to me and give me another opinion. Let me know if you still think Andor is as good as you think it was. Because the book Annihilation, it pretty much is an entire blueprint of how to tell a story of a character who is not Force sensitive. And it's amazing. It's such a great story. And then we watched the one with Andor, and I don't know, man, it's very lackluster. In terms of screen presence, they had meaning, unlike, say, Yoda, Darth Plagueis, Conehead, having split-second appearances. You see, this is where I'm going to have to point out some issues, right? Because you can't compare these weird Disney side characters to the GOAT, like Master Yoda and Darth Plagueis and this supposed Conehead. How dare you disrespect Coyote-Mundi like that? No, but seriously, if you're going to compare any of those characters to these side characters that you saw in Andor, then I think that is going to actually do well in and of itself of highlighting part of the issue that some people have within the community, and that's why are you putting these characters on pedestals versus these GOATs? Like, how is anybody from Andor equal to or as great as Master Yoda? That one's going to need explaining to me, because that's a wild statement, in my opinion. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. The only Star Wars story set in the original trilogy I want a film for is Death Troopers. They're rewritten without Han and Chewie involved. Now that would be cool. That would be very cool. You see, the thing is with Andor, when we've had so much shit over the years, we've had nothing good. The moment you thought you saw something good, it got praised. And that's kind of how I see it working. Again, that's not to take away from anyone's opinion. You can think whatever you want. This is just my own opinion. And that this is a hype. And it's not an actual, genuine love for the show. I've countlessly rewatched the movies, the games, played through them. You'll never see me rewatching Andor. You'll never see me rewatching Kenobi, Ahsoka. I'll never rewatch any of that dog shit because once was enough in my life, you know? I think the people who already rewatched the sequel trilogies have... Ooh, okay. Alright then. Hey, you thought they were that good, huh? I mean, fair enough, but... Damn. Damn. There's a whole world of Star Wars out there, and I wish people were a little bit more aware of it. Especially within the Old Republic era, you know? And again, like, you need to understand, this doesn't come from a place of hating on Disney. I honestly don't give a fuck about Disney. If they do something good, I'll praise it. If they do something bad, I'll call it shit. It's just, it is what it is. It's the same for any company out there. But when you've been living within the Old Republic era, and when you've done nothing but get to know and be intimate with characters like Darth Bane, Revan, Malak, the Shan family, the whole way that the galactic system worked within the Old Republic era, and that build up to Darth Bane's lineage, towards Sidious then eventually taking over. Like, that is what Star Wars is to me. Anything else is filler. Absolutely anything else is filler. Anything to do with non-Force users, filler. Are you a clone trooper? Cool. Filler content. Star Wars will and always will be about the power of redemption. That's what the original trilogy was. It was the conflict between light versus dark. Right versus wrong. Sometimes it's doing the wrong thing for the right reasons. And in the end, it was all about redemption. And to me, that is literally what Star Wars is. It's all about that conflict between the light and the dark. And when you don't have that in your story, you are missing the core component to make it something Star Wars. I think that one timed out or something. Did we complete it? No, it timed out. That one was just kill like 30 Republic something. An army convoy is being ambushed by the Republic. The Republic is expanding a nearby camp. Cool. So these mission prompts were written by AI or something. This is really fucking boring, I'm not gonna lie. I need to stop playing dynamic encounters. Let's take a look at some of the character customizations. Sorry guys, I'm not really a fan of the dynamic encounters. If you're a new player, you're probably going to enjoy them. If you're a veteran player, maybe just don't even bother, unless you want the mount or something. Let me catch up on the chat here a little bit. Yeah, no, that's fair enough, Icurious. Like, Yoda was kind of just shoved into the Acolyte, and then so was Darth Plagueis. Like, that's a fair comment, but it just in terms of comparison between them and other characters, clearly they do have more meaning, I think. But you are correct in saying that they were obviously just kind of shoehorned in. They were just put there for the sake of it. Totally agree with that. Despite your mistakes, still choose a better path. Exactly. Is the update good? Exodus 1. Can't believe I've been mispronouncing your name this entire time. Is the update good? It might be good for you. For me, it's kind of fucking boring. Each their own. Yes, it's a powerful element for the franchise, but also love stories revolving around the little guys in the galaxies, which is cool. And they need to exist, right? Because if you don't have those little filler things, then world building becomes really hard, and then it's even harder to build up real stakes or attachments to main characters when you haven't fleshed out the rest of the world. Like, I get it. I totally understand world building and even level design for games. Like, I've done a lot of that stuff. I'm no amateur with it. Like, I fully understand and comprehend the method of which you would need to approach some of this stuff. But yeah, just as a person, a Star Wars fanatic, a self-proclaimed The Old Republic expert, I can tell you that a lot of Star Wars content is missing what truly makes it Star Wars. And to be fair, this criticism actually carries over to this game. I've been quite critical of this game over the past couple of years, especially since a new developer team took over and started ruining the game. I've been quite critical of the story that's been coming to the game, and I can tell you that even now, the story in this game is fucking boring, man. It is awful. It suffers with a lot of the same mistakes. There are no real tangible stakes on the line. We've been chasing Darth Malgus literally for like 3.5 years at this point. I understand the voice actor strike doesn't help and all, but still, over 3 years now on essentially the same mission objective. It's crazy. Crazy. It's not a very good time for Star Wars content, I don't think. I mean, obviously it's good in a way that we are actually getting stuff, if you want to see it that way. I mean, I guess you could, right? It's like when you wake up in the morning and you thank yourself that you're alive and you're able to take a breath and walk downstairs and make a coffee. Like, that's all good and stuff, but yeah, when it comes down to the actual nitty-gritty, even this game is suffering quite a lot in terms of what it needs to be an actual Star Wars game again. It's lost a lot of its original passion, you know. Have they fixed the Nexium issues? That is still an issue if you don't have your graphic settings a certain way. I think if you have... Let me check it. Let me jump on like a human character or something for a minute here. I think if you have your graphics on a low option, then it's possible that you will see the Nexium. And I think it's on the character level of detail option. Same preferences, graphics, character level of detail. If you have that on low, then I think that's when you start to see the issues. Go to somewhere with a bit more light. I really appreciate the conversation as well, by the way, guys, in the chat. I appreciate you being respectful. I know sometimes I can talk like a sarcastic asshole, but obviously there are lots of people here with different opinions on Star Wars, and I just want you to know that no matter what you like, you are welcome here. Everyone is welcome here to speak their opinion. You have no need to be afraid. Let me take something off here. Shogi's outfit. Okay. Can we see? Yes, you can see the neck seam ever so slightly. Doesn't help that the shadows literally never move in this game. The neck seam is there ever so slightly, but that's obviously improved since the last time. But if I go back to a high level of detail, yeah, it's pretty much gone. Yeah, that's virtually gone. So you've got to have the low level of detail enabled if you want to see the seams. You are a sarcastic asshole, and you are chill. That's true, Levamp. Thank you. Thank you. Showing character creation screen. I'm not sure if you're going to see it very well. I'm hardly zealous of the franchise like I used to be, so I don't care when folks criticize shows. I'm like, I haven't even watched the second season for Andor yet. Hey, man, that's fair enough. That's a really good mindset to have, though, right? Because no matter how much any of us love this thing, there's no need to be, like, super... What's the word? Like, flippant about things, right? Like, is that even the right word? I don't think it is. Hostile towards each other, maybe. Like, the Star Wars communities that just at each other's throat so often. And I just... It's so annoying. It's annoying to see. And it's annoying to see when people encourage that as well. Like, I can sit here and have a conversation with you guys about Andor, even though I don't like it. And I'm not going to, like, start banning you guys or anything like that. And you guys don't start name-calling me or anything, and that's really good. So I'm glad it doesn't happen here, but it does happen in other places. And it's just so sad to see that. So sad. It's like arguing over who loves Star Wars more, you know? And that's just such a... It's such a weird argument to be having with anybody. Yeah, I don't think you're going to see this next scene very well in the creator. Maybe on this character. Yeah, they've done a good job cleaning it up. That's not bad. Similar to Space Marines to admit. Why, is that what that community is like? Okay, you're talking about something else. Okay, fair enough. Is it better for Twi'leks, though? I do have a Twi'lek character. Let me just go log into it. And we'll strip it naked and find out. It's a game that's in development. Very cool. Very cool. I have not been on this character in a long time. Okay. It's still there. On the back it is anyways. Let me go to Stronghold again. Get good lighting. Make sure it's censored. Oh no, that don't look good from here. Oh, that does not look good. Okay, in the light, it does not do it any justice. Oh, can you guys see that? Yeah, let me do some stuff here. Can you see that? It's still there at the back. And this is with the graphics options on high. Let me put it on low so that we can actually see how terrible that looks. Okay, it's roughly the same. Oh no, it's way worse on the side. Oh, that's way worse there. That's not good. Oh, it's even sharper on the back now. Oh, Okay. Not brilliant. Clearly still some work needs to be done there. I'm not even totally sure that the complexion matches between chest to neck. No, I don't use a reshader. I do not. Yeah, that's unfortunate, you know? Looks like they have done some work on the definition of abs and stuff though again. But just the biggest problem that they have is just how flat the textures look with the game lighting. Because the lighting is basically the same no matter where you are. Interesting. Sam's enjoying the view somehow. Well, they do say that people deflect their insecurities, Grim. Are you trying to tell us something, my friend? I don't know on that one. Don't know anything about a button for it. Alright, well, this was a really fucking boring update. And there's literally nothing else to do, so I guess I'll probably end the stream. Alright, well, before I go, I should give you guys at least a little teaser or something, right? So, we have been working on making a fan movie behind the scene, and I have been quite hard at work remaking different characters, with some help, of course. And we have pretty much remade Darth Malak. Would you like to be the first people to see my Darth Malak remastered? And I will share it with you. And all you need to do is kneel. Don't go. There's nothing to do, Levamp. I'm playing a game with nothing to do in it. Alright. Check him out. This is your Darth Malak remastered. Coming to a fan movie near you very soon. Check it out. Glad you like that. Glad you like that. We can shit talk, Andor. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, and just so you don't actually think I'm lying to you. Here it is, look. Here is the entire scene from my movie that I'm currently working on. This is the Starforge observation deck. Got a good old Sith minion walking up to the good old Darth Malak. We are actually creating a movie. And there's Darth Malak and all his badass. There's a lightsaber. On, off, on, off, on. Things do stuff. Things are animated. It's going to be cool. Yeah, so if you're interested in that, make sure you keep an eye on the channel, because we're getting pretty close to being ready to do some of those final renders. And yeah, part 1 will be out. Part 1 will be out soon. TM. Alright guys, that's pretty much it from me. I apologize that it was a short one, but there is no new story yet. We're still waiting for the story. As soon as that story drops, we can play the story, go to the rep side, do story on rep side. It'll be a good stream. It'll be a good day. You can do AI for voices? No. Nope. We're not using AI. Absolutely not. We actually do the work here. And we do not use AI slop. And you should stop watching AI content. Stop condoning AI to take over the artist industry. You do not want it. Have you seen how terrible AI is at making stuff? Like, there is a reason why when you watch AI content, there's a reason why it's super fucking basic. It's because if you give an AI prompt an actual story, if you feed it an actual trilogy of information, it has an absolute fit. It melts down and it doesn't know what the fuck to do with it. And then even if it did do something with it, it would not be anything like what you imagined. The result would be far too drastic. There are too many variables between the start point and the end point for a computer to reliably figure it out. So you may think that AI is going to take over, but I assure you, it fucking won't. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I will catch you next time. Peace.